All right, guys, so I'd like to get 100 likes on this video. Please like, share, comment if you understand what I'm about to say. Have you ever heard of a pregame ritual? Rituals in general. I'm on a big ritual kick because it's something that I realized that I do and I never really thought about it. I just do it. So anytime you see me getting ready to go into a stressful situation where I need to win or I need to sell or I need to make it happen, I literally put my hand in my pocket, because I always have a tool in my pocket, and I like the texture on this tool. It's textured titanium. And when I do that, you'll see me, and people that know me have seen me do this. I go like this, I reach in, and then I say, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. What just happened? Well, I just touched a piece of textured titanium that I like, and that sends that signal to my brain that it's time. We need to get ourselves mentally, we gotta be locked in, we gotta win. That little ritual has made me millions of dollars, period. Millions of dollars, millions in revenue, millions in commission for myself. All I did was literally just go like this and just feel something that I like, a little textured titanium. And I've anchored that in my brain that when I do that, like I can feel it right now, like I'm getting goosebumps. It's go time. Like it's time to win. It's time to be maximum discipline, maximum efficient, focus on what we're doing. We are locked in tunnel vision. I do that before every single sales call. Now your item can be something different. I just like this because it's small, it's useful, and it's got great texture on it. I love it. I also have one that's made of brass. I have one that's made of carbon fiber. I have one that was on my cell phone, which I'm doing this video with. I have a texture on that. But that's the one that I carry 99% of the time. And the reason for that, it gets myself mentally ready by having that's the trigger, that texture, that sensation triggers my brain to say, hey, Nick needs to lock in. Like, we're gonna win. It's time to go win. We gotta go do what we're supposed to do. And that sounds so silly, but when I started doing that, probably 2014, 15, sometime we're in there when I started selling, I ran into this thing where I would do sales calls and they would all be meh, okay. I would do most of the pitch or some of the pitch, or I'd miss an objection, or I wouldn't get a good tie down, or I'd forget to follow up, or I would do whatever stupid shit I would do. And then I realized, like, wait a minute, what if it's just me? Like, what if this is my fault that I'm not selling? These other guys are selling. Why am I not like doing it? And I went on a sales ride along with another guy who is an expert elite seller, probably even better than I am, big guy. And I noticed he had this thing where when he'd get out of the truck, he'd kind of shrug his shoulders and he'd be like, time to go take their money. And he would he'd kind of do it like that. And I always thought, I was like, man, that's kind of weird. And he did it, like we had 4 appointments. He did it every time. And I was like, dude, why do you do that? And he goes, oh, I would do that. If you weren't here, I still do that. I just think I'm gonna go make this sale right now because I'm the man. And I'm like, but you do that every time? And he's like, well, yeah, because it's like how I start every appointment out at my truck. I get talk to myself for a second, make sure I'm ready. And I was like, that's kind of a good idea. Like, I never thought of that. He goes, yeah, it just gets me in my zone, and I go in there and I do the pitch and I make money. It's like, nothing to it. And he said it like it was like such a nonchalant, like, yeah, I'll just go on the lead and just go take their money. It's cool. Like, and in my mind, I was like, this is like the hardest job I've ever had. I'm like getting my head bashed in. And this guy's over here laughing about it. And he's constantly at the top of the leaderboard, if not number one, constantly getting the big commission checks, constantly winning. And I was just like, dude, what else do you do? And then I sat through the pitches and he did every pitch exactly the same. Boom, boom, boom. And I was like, he's so consistent. But he did that little ritual right before every single one. And before we went and knocked on the door or we talked or we took a phone call, he was like, time to take their money. And that's kind of what he did. And I was like, I need to make my own little thing. Now I couldn't do that one because that didn't mean anything to me. So I carry around my little, my little textured item, and then I like the way it feels. And when I squeeze it and I say to myself, we're gonna win, I've locked it in. My brain is connected to that and this device, and it sends that sensation. So another sense, whether it's a sense of touch, your sense of smell, your taste, your eyes, your ears, whatever. You want to lock it in with another sense because then it makes it feel stronger. It makes it real, if that makes sense. It's not just an imaginary concept. It's real. You're touching something. And that has done huge, for just getting myself mentally prepared and getting in the zone before I ever initiate sales activity. Because if I'm not in that zone, everything kind of feels rusty or clunky, or we're not in it today. Where if I do that first, well, now I'm locked in. I pick that phone up, it's go time. It's time to make it happen. And I want you guys to have that same kind of effect. Please like, comment, share. If something is holding you back in your sales career or in your personal development, chances are really good it has something to do with your mental state of mind, your subconscious, or your attitude. Because all three of those will be reflected in your discipline and how hard it is for you to stay disciplined. This is all stuff that's worked for me, and I speak only from my own experience. I'm sure there's a million people out there. I love, like I said, I love all the comments, all the hate, all the bullshit. I'm gonna go keep making money and being successful. If you want help with that, I'm here for it. If you don't want help, feel free to comment, say mean shit. It doesn't affect me because it doesn't, So what? Someone said something shitty on YouTube. Their page has no videos, no pictures. They're just an internet troll. They don't exist. Remember, losers will always pull you back. Winners will try to push you forward. Or it can be vice forward. It can be vice versa. Winners try to lift you up. Losers try to hold you down. Get your mind right.